kids. Welcome, it's Mark Miller here. Glad you're with us. And already, I don't even get to start. Wow. It's just pudding show. It's pudding show. Welcome to the pudding show, kids. I actually woke up early today, says pudding. Gods. All right, so here we are, kids. We're going to jump right into it. I got some bug fixing I'm going to be working on today, and UI tweaking, and some refactoring, kind of all of those things. So one of the things I wanted to work on was the visual, start with the visual tweaking of the secret card burn. I had one big animation for this that started all the way up, and hold on, so just adjusting some sound levels over here. And it burned, the whole thing burned, and I wanted to color shift it based on the player's color. So when a viewer played a card, the viewer's got a color that they can set and associate with their die rolls and the cards they play. And I wanted it to burn in their color. But I didn't want to shift the card itself. So I took the animations and broke them apart into two. So animation one has got the burn of the card. This goes a little loud. Thanks so much. Hold on. How's that? Let's see how I am. Check, check, check. Yeah, I'm a little low. Let me go up here. Check, 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 check. No, it's probably better if I do this one. Check, 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 check. There we go. How's that, Rory? How's that? Let me know. Anyway, I created this other animation better. Okay. Let me know if I need another adjustment on it. So there's that animation, looking kind of cool. It just burns the card away to reveal the card below it. And then the second animation piece is down here. That's just the flames that's going to go jumping across it like that. And the flames look like this. The flames are tinted kind of red, and we're going to change these to whatever color of the player is. The color the player is associated with themselves. And so we'll get some red fire and smoke or some blue fire and smoke, whatever that is. So that's what we've got. That's my first attempt at modifying this. We don't need this anymore. Close that down. Got a busy week this week, by the way. Tomorrow, I'm only going to be on, I think, for about an hour. I've got like meetings in the morning, and then meetings in the meetings like about an hour after I normally start, and so it's just going to be like I'm just going to be like getting smacked around by meetings tomorrow. So that's tomorrow, and I don't think Rory. Or wait, today Thursday or Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Rory will not be here tomorrow. I think Rory's starting a new thing where he's coming in about a little half hour later, and so tomorrow I'll probably be off before he comes in, so we won't see Rory tomorrow is my expectation. Okay, so somewhere in here I've got the secret card reveal. That's going to be in the dice layer, I think. Is that right? No, it's in the Dragon Front game, isn't it? So we'll find that here. Rory's starting his own show? No, Rory's not. He's just working a little later. That's what it looks like. All right, let's see here. Secret, look for secret, reveal secret cards. So here, this is the command that takes us in. Reveal the cards. Reveal cards from hand. Here we go. So we're going to add the known card image. Where is the burn? Reveal step 2. Here it is right here. Secret card burn. Okay, so I now want to kind of create a second animation here called secret card flames. So I'm not going to have these two right here. Let's go find... Whoops. All right. This one right here, secret card burn. 73 flame animation pieces. That's interesting. Why did this one have 149? That doesn't make sense to me. Did I accelerate the burn? I might have done that. Oh no. So So this is a slower burn. I'm going to go with the slower burn I've got, and we'll see how it looks. That's what we'll do for now. I'm wondering if I did that. I just quickly generated this before the show, so I wasn't paying too close attention to what was out there. All right, so anyway, I've got two animations here. I've got the secret burn, which goes for 47 frames, 48, including 00. So that'll be 48 right here. I'm going to duplicate this, and then we'll have our secret card flames, and this will be in the secret card burn folder, and the number of frames there is 150. And the origin is not going to be the same. The origin on this is going to be slightly different. So this here is, it's left and top was 8. We're looking at basically the deltas here. I'm going to, I'll open this up right here. Got it open right here. And then let's also open this one right here. So that's, so we can see these both side by side. Okay, so the burn and the flames is bigger, so its left position goes over, its delta is equal to 821 minus 426. So we'll say the delta left here. Is that going to be the right way to do this? I think a better way. Let's just keep this where it was here. Just for a second here. This was at 746. Let's open up. Let's open these up. This should be the same, pretty much the same as a regular card in terms of its origin point. Let's go look at a regular card and see what its origin point is. Known cards, 140, 212. So I want to go open up a known card here. Like, let's go open up the secret card here. And let's put a mark on it at that point. Because we've got to line all these up because they're slightly shifted off to the side a bit. All right, so we're going to 142.12. Just watching the cursor position in the bottom left. That's it right there. Okay. So now I'm going to copy this to the clipboard and come over here and paste it. And I'm going to close this down. And now over here, I'm going to, perfect, they're perfectly aligned. So we can use the exact same one here. So right there, 142.12 is going to be the exact same one for the secret card burn. Okay, now we got to find the flames. Let's go open up one of the flame cards. Flames is a little trickier, I just realized, because we don't have any reference point for the cards. Oh, you know what we can do though? Huh. It's not allowing me to paste it in. All right. Let's go one more time and go in there and mark it. $142.12. Copy. Paste. Good. What I was going to say is whatever the secret card burn was 812 of 328. What was secret card burn? So we went from 821 to 320, from 821 to 140. So we should be able to go in here, if the math in my head is correct, is go in here and say 821 minus, what was it, 340? Minus 140. We're basically subtracting 681 from the left. So now if we come over to our secret card flames, and we have 746. Let's do a negative of this thing. Where's my plus minus key? Not here. It's -1. Oh, there it is, right down there. All right, never mind. So we'll just do that. And then we're going to say plus 746. 65. So now the flames looks like its origin X is going to be 65. Similarly, we subtracted what, 126 from this. Let's double check that. 212 plus 126 equals 338. Oh, 116. Okay, so we subtracted 116 from it. So 328 minus 116. Equal to 212. So now we take the flames, 277 minus 116, and we get 161. All right, so that should be right. Hopefully we did that math correctly there, and these will be lined up correctly, just where they should be. Cool. So let's go copy that to clipboard. Let's go find where we're working with these and use CodeRush's duplicate line. We're going to draw the burn. Then we're going to draw the flames on top of those. We're going to add the card burn, and we're going to add the card flames. The card burn is going to be add, no shifted, no hue shift here at all. And everything else is going to be like it is, I think. And I think that's all I need to do there. Is that it? That looks like it's it. All right, let's save it and refresh it, see if it works. So, refresh the front overlay. And let's go out to Streamloots and trigger some cards to play. All right, let's just throw a whole bunch of these out here. Also, I should be able to change my die color and then play more cards, and the fire color should change here. Let's just see if that works right there. I've got 3 cards here. Now they're all related. Oh, wait, are any of these... got saving, skill, got 1 skill and a skill penalty and a skill bonus. Okay, so if I do a skill check right now, you should see 2 of them play. Ah, the color's wrong.
5 plus 1 failure.
I think it's because think it's because it's got the old files cached, and it's using the old files. That's kind of what I think is happening. Let's see, we can double check the code. It could be a mistake in the code. Card flames is there. I'm pretty sure I'm adding only the burn. Yeah. I think the burn is using the old images. So what I need to do is, I think rename this. Is what I need to do. I wonder if I can do this in a star.star kind of thing. I know in DOS commands I can do this. I'm not so sure about PowerShell. It's not my area of expertise at all. Let's see if we can do it. All right, you're going to make me go to the D drive first. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Can we do a rename? Is there a help on rename? Is that going to work? I'm going to have to look up help on this. I'm a little nervous about this. PowerShell, rename files with wildcard. Coding Gorilla says I got to write a small script. I'm just going to power through this. Meanwhile, asking, how you doing, Coding Gorilla? Because I'm like, are you kidding me? I feel like I used to be able to do this in DOS. Like you just say rename startup, whatever. I've tried a couple times to get into PowerShell. Like not hard to get into it. And every time I thought, why does this seem harder than I remember it was with DOS? And so anyway, that's why I'm going to power through it. I'm about a fourth of the way through this. Well, I have power today, so that's a plus. You got power. That's awesome. I like power too. More power. Oh man, I'll tell you a story while I'm doing this. I was out in the Costa Rican at a Costa Rican beach near a river outlet with signs that said crocodilios or something like that, crocodiles. And I'm like, okay, great. And we were like, the tide is coming in, and tide is coming in up into the river outlet. And the tide is coming in really fast because the pathway in is kind of narrow. And so it's like a kind of a river flowing upstream almost. Kids are out there playing in the river. They're, we're keeping an eye out for crocodiles because that's what we like to do. And I noticed the kids are starting to feel like they're in trouble a little bit because the water's going so fast and it's going across really slippery rocks. And I've already seen 3 of the kids kind of get taken upstream a bit, and I've told them to get up on the beach. They're doing that. The 4th is stuck, and so I say, all right, stay there. I'm going to come out and get you. So I just go out. I start heading out to perform the rescue, and holy cow, these rocks are, and it's, when I say rocks, it's like kind of it's big, smooth, flat rocks, but kind of irregularly shaped. It's not like a bunch of rocks. It's like kind of a big rock-like structure coming out up into the where the sand meets it and the river meets it. And I'm working my way out, and all of a sudden I feel like a tug on my finger, and I realize, oh no, my wedding ring is getting pulled off, sucked off my finger by the water. That's how fast the water is. And just to be clear, I'm in about maybe like that much water where the rocks are on the. I've got all fours out on it, and when I went from standing to all fours, the additional kind of sail-like wind grabbing or current grabbing structure of my wrists started just as soon as I put all fours down, it started pulling me down as well, pulling me upstream rather. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And as soon as I feel the tug on my finger, I take my hand and I realize, oh, what's happening? I turn my hand upstream. By the way, this is where the wedding ring would be. You can maybe tell the end of the story. I turn my fingers upstream. I think I'm good. I finally, work my way down. I look back out at the kid. The kid has also been taken by the water down. She's okay now. And so I turn I pull my hand out and I'm stunned. There's no wedding ring on there. I thought it got, yanked up to the knuckle and I turned it around in time, but it got yanked completely off by the water because it was just rushing so fast. Okay, so now we changed these to secret card. There's my story. That wasn't too bad, right? That's a nightmare. I'm closing that guy down. Maybe someday I'll learn that and be smarty pants. So now let's change the load for the secret card burn to just now secret card. I called it secret card. Interesting. Okay. I should have called it secret burn, but I'm not going to go through that again. All right, so there's that. Let's do a refresh over. Whoops, sorry about that. Do a refresh on the front overlay. And let's do that. Let's go out to Streamloots again. Let's get a couple skill bonuses here. There's a -1. Let's just get the skill ones because we'll do a skill test. Fine, I'll do a +2. Skill penalty -2. Play that. Another one. Another skill penalty -2. Play it. So we're just going to get a bunch of these in here. Or did I not hit this? These are not going to go to me. Are these going to me or not? Let's double check to make sure I have these. Yeah, I've got them. Okay, cool. All right, so there's the cards. I've got a bunch of these cards out here. Let's now do the roll. No, it's still wrong.
What failure?
No, wait. It's okay. Is that right? Let's shoot. When I first saw the first one come out, it looked like the color was wrong on it. Let's try one more time on this. No, the play is wrong. Okay, I think I know what the problem is. It's not here. I think we're okay. We've got a couple things.
What failure?
This is like the flames are way off. They need to go even further in that direction. I'm not sure why they're so far off. We could do this though to check and see what's going on. We could look over here too. See if we can find a better place for this. This is looking like about right there to me, which means this point there is 197,386. Let's try changing it. 197,386. And let's also look at the reveal secret card piece, because there's a spinning guy that's coming on that's Gonna work our way back here. It's up in this space here. There. There is what I want to do. I want to not hue shift this guy. That's what I believe are the changes I need to make. All right, let's refresh. See if that helps us out. Okay. There's the play. Now what happened? Did that not work? Oh, it did? It just took a while. Oh, because it's delay loading the images. All right, cool. So let's do a skill test. There you go. Better. That's what I'm looking for.
4 plus 1 failure.
I feel like it's too far down. Yeah. This is the one I should have opened up right here. So this is at the bottom of the card. Let's copy this. Put that in there. Let's see where this guy goes if I line it up with the bottom of the card, the flame at the bottom of the card, like right about there. And what's at least my Y position here? It is 197, 387. It's about the same. Let's look at it one more time.
Seven minus 1 failure.
Yeah, I want to move it. Seems like it's burning way too high, too. The height of that card is wrong. I wonder if I used the wrong image set for that burning flame. I want to look at also, let's see, what do we end the burn at about, we burned through the whole card about 47. Yeah, that looks about true here. Around 47, we're all the way up near the top. All right, so I want to move that down. So that means I'm going to bring the anchor up higher. I'm going to try at 56. I'm going to go up by 30 pixels here, see how that works. Oops. Oh, come on. I'm just missing it. I just hit over here instead of here, and it penalized me by taking me down. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's better.
Plus 6 success.
I'm going to take it down even more. Take it down to maybe just 10 down. Let's see how that works. Try that.
Persuasion. Four plus 8 success.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna increase the frames per second on this to 40 as well. I want it to go faster. Let's see what's happening here. Drop it down another 10 as well.
One plus 5. Failure.
Okay, there's a slight off just a bit when it comes in. So
-1 failure.
So the secret card burn is, I think when it comes up, it's just a little bit to the left. We need to move it to the right. So that anchor point, we need to move to the left a little bit. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to subtract, let's do this. We're going to make it 6. Sorry if yeah, I'm going to move it to the right. So I'm going to subtract here, subtract there. See how that works.
+1 success.
This seems way too far off to the side.
Investigations. 10 +1 failure.
It's not bad. Yeah, I think this is not the right move. I think it's another. I think this anchor offset is actually, we do want it at 0. There's something else I want to change. That's what I think I want to do. This is back to where we were.
Acrobatics. 2 +6 failure.
Failure. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is happening. Put a bunch of these. I can kind of look at them real closely as they come up. What was Fred's primal path? I forget. I told you last time, but you may have missed it. It was, I had Fred say it to you. Let's look it up. Something, I want to say soul or something like that. Path of the Wild Soul. That's Fred's primal path. The problem is that it's the card behind. It's being put in the wrong spot. Everything else seems perfect in terms of dropping it down.
8 success.
Yeah, it's the card we're revealing. It needs to be moved over about maybe 4 or 5 pixels. Okay, so let's figure that out. That is, I think, in reveal step. I think it's in the first one. Is that right? Oh, we put it in here in secret card data. So we don't actually create it here. It looks like it must be created in step 2. Reveal card index. Here's what's happening. So my X and Y are off by a little bit, by just a few pixels to the right. Why is that? Yeah, I'm not getting it. We're the adding the image of the add shifted call off screen Y. Oh, that's the offset. I see. And then we're moving it towards the X position, the Y position, the X position. That's where we're placing these cards. That card's coming from known cards. Known cards has got the same origin X and origin Y, 142.12, as later what we use to actually add it in reveal step 2, I think. Reveal step 2, we use the reveal card index, which is the image of that actual card. There it is, right there. Using the data's X, Y, X position, and Y position to create it from known cards. It should be in the right space. Yeah, it's not clear to me. This is all looking correct to me. All right, well, let's kind of do a black box test on this, since this is not working the way I'm expecting it to. Let's see what happens if we move it to see if my theory is right. So here's where we remove it. We set it. So here's the X position. What if we subtract like 5 from it? Is that going to solve my problem?
Medicine. 11 plus 1 success.
Absolutely not. -5 looked like it went totally the wrong way. What's going on with this? I'm just going to maybe walk away from this bug and think about it. I'm like, the code is looking good. I don't see any clear way to make this work here.
Acrobatics. +6 failure.
Okay. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to walk away from it. That's what I'm going to do. We'll come back to that. It's kind of a minor launch issue there, but we're going to work on something else now. Separate from the secret card. So kind of did this. Let's copy my checkbox. Right there. Next, there's something I've noticed when I play the card. The launch animation seems to need some alignment with the card. So let's take a look at that. Let's get a card that I can play. Go back over into my collections, chess cantrip deck. That's a scroll card right there. So that's something that I could play later. Let's give that to me. Give me a couple of those. Okay. So what I've noticed is when I hit play, the starting position of the animation seems to jump down by like about that much on screen, of on-screen space. So the initial starting place seems to be off a little bit. So watch what happens when I hit play. See if you agree with that. In this case, it's jumping up. Let's watch it again. It's hard to tell for sure. I can almost walk away from this too. But it seems like it's a little off. Let's just look at the play code in here. Well, in that case, it felt like it was off this way. Let's actually play, let's give to an NPC. Let's bring out an NPC here. Denji. Let's add a bunch of these to Denji. All right, so Denji's got a bunch now. All right, let's see what happens when we play for Denji. Okay, it's not that the positioning is off, it's that it kind of fades in maybe too slowly. And so we don't quite get it until it's out in space. So let's see if we can find that. We get the play cards down here. Play card after timeout. Play card. Show play card play animation. So we've got the back glow, the front glow. Correct motion paths. So am I not doing anything? I thought I was maybe creating a new card for that, but it looks like I'm just moving it. Is that related to it? I'm thinking it's not, actually. I'm going to change just the fade in time here because that's just the card should already be up. All right, let's see what that does. I can just tell for sure on that because of, I think, the delay loading. Let's try it now. It actually seemed better to me. Okay. Yeah, it does seem noticeably better for me. Pithocoat says 12 says Fred, hi. I think you got to get a, you're going to need to do a quote in there, unfortunately, I think. Like that. Stick that quote just before that hi, and or an open paren if you want him to be thinking it in a thought bubble. Okay, I'm going to say that's fixed. I do like that better. Fred says, sorry. Is that not working for you? Wait, it's not working for you, but it's working for me? Let me copy what you wrote here and just try it myself. Oh, no, you missed the semicolon. I mean the colon. You need the colon in there. Thanks. Thanks, Coding Gorilla. For a second, I was like, what? Okay. There you go. That's all right there. Test, test, test. Denji. Good. All right. That's better. Okay, you got to break out the drone and collect some coins. Oh, not level 4? Break out the drone or watch some, yeah, you can do that. You can collect some coins. You know how to fly that around? You just use up and right and left. And if you don't want to spam us, you can go out to a chat room called Mr. Announcer Guy. No, it's drone control. Drone command is what I think it is. Hold on, let me go find this. Let me go find this here. Twitch.tv drone commands. That's it right there. You can go to find the chat room out here. Is there a pop out thing? Can I get you a URL just for this guy? Pop out chat. There it is. Let me get you that URL right there. Try that. You should be able to get your drone commands in that space right there. Like up, left, right, etc. Let me see if that works for me. Should all be fine. Bring on my drone. Right. Oops. Sending messages too quickly. R33. Doesn't seem to be working well. Oh, because I'm logged in as Dragon Humpers. All right, so let's try this. Drone like that. There we go. Right, 22. There we go. It's all working as planned. Okay. So that's where you can go. I'm going to copy that. This is the first letter direction followed by the velocity. Well, it's not the velocity, it's the amount of time that it's the seconds that the burn is going to take. So that's what's going to happen. There's also an F command as well, where you can say F and then give it some screen coordinates, like F 960, 540, and it'll go fly to that screen coordinate right there. But basically, leveling up involves, collecting a bunch of coins and watching shows, a number of shows. Shouldn't be too hard to get to level 4. You can find out your level by doing bang ? Like that. It'll tell you what level you're at, something like that. Okay. Anyway, that's that. Let's go back and look at this role reporting. You found an easy way. Okay. Cool. New car. No. We're not giving away a brand new car. No. It's not a brand new car. Nobody's getting a brand new car today. Did I forget to kill my drone? I did. There it is right there. Mother of pearl. Yeah, Coding Gorilla really wants to do a brand new car. You're level 41, Coding Gorilla. I'm going to give it to you. Let's go figure out where that Google Sheet is here. Let me open that up. This will be good the next time I do a build on this. What's this car? New car. It's a brand new car. Level. Got to be at least level 41. Boom. Next time you'll be able to do it. Got to download it though. As a CSV for this all to work. And I got to go throw it out into TX, Twitch, Code Rushed, Mr. Announcer Bot, data, scenes, save, replace. Okay, so that should work. Well, not now, Coding Gorilla. You got to wait for a rebuild. I got to rebuild it. I wasn't going to rebuild it just now, but maybe by tomorrow's show I'll do a rebuild. I'll work on getting a rebuild. Yeah. Okay, the last thing on my list here for the things I want to do, I wanted to improve the role reporting. So right now when we got cards in play, the role reporting is not great. Pudding... What level are you, Pudding? I don't think you're... if you're not level 41, Pudding, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to go back in there again. What are you doing? We all want new cars. All right. I'll drop it down for sometime in the future. Okay, so let's see. When the role reporting, level 70, you should be good then. You should be able to give it once I rebuild. Okay, so when we roll, there's these ideas of these cards that we can play. That can be secret cards that can come out. And some of those are sampled over here in this section right here. So I've got like a skill bonus or skill penalty, and a saving bonus, saving penalty, that sort of thing. These are here. If I have several of these, I want to show them visually. Right now, if we combine a bunch of these in here, so let's give a bunch of these. Let's give like at least 3 of these to me. So let's say I got 3 of these secret cards that were given to me by different viewers. I roll my check, my saving throw check. So I've got basically 3 times -2, a total of -6. And let's look at how this is currently being reported. Bring up the chat for the Dungeon Master and look at that. And we'll go do the roll. Do a skill test.
15 plus 1. Success!
So we got a 15 plus 1. Did we not even... What did I play? I thought I was playing... Oh, it's a saving throw penalty. Okay, so now we got to do a saving throw instead. We'll do a saving throw penalty, and we'll do that and watch the report on this. So we'll do a strength saving throw, which my character's got -1 on that.
Saving throw.
So there's the -2.
One failure.
So totally nothing even reported there. Didn't even get to see who those came out from or anything like that. I saw the names of the people who gave it as each card was played, but I didn't see it. I didn't see the total impact on that. I have another question. How can you make animations for games and call them in your code? Well, that's kind of exactly what we're doing here on this show. Pithecats. The way we're doing it here is we built our animation engine from scratch, which is probably, if you're asking the question, it's probably not what you want to do. You probably want to use an existing animation engine. So the first question that I have in my mind in order to get you a good answer to your question is, what language are you working in? What's your code, right? How can you make animations for games and call them in your code? And also, like, are the animations 2D or are they 3D? These kinds of questions. So C#, okay, cool. And so in C#, what's the environment? 3D. And are you working in Unity as well? C++ as well. Are you working in Unity? Do you have a 3D engine already? Or do you need to incorporate that into like a standalone game for a desktop? Unity. Okay, cool. So the good news is I have a very specific I have a good understanding of what your question is. The bad news is I don't know the answer. I'm not familiar enough with creating animations in Unity, other than taking 3D objects and giving them, in the update, in the fixed update method, calling, making changes to their to the forces and that are working on them in their orientation or their positions. So I've been able to do things, create things where I'm like rotating a planet, for example, in Unity, just by changing its quaternion rotation. You suggest to get rid of Unity? No, I'm not necessarily saying that at all. 3D is usually make a Blender model, then animate with Unity, says Pudding. Pudding is more of an expert on Unity animation than I am. I've not really done any animation at all in Unity. Pretty much a novice there. Pudding, you may have suggestions for Pithecats out there. Okay, so all right, we did see so saving throw -6. Why is this a -6 here? Let's go back and look at. Let me clean up a couple things here. Close that. No, do not save. Do not save. Do not save. Okay. Okay, thank you guys. It's a bit old-fashioned. Let's see. 3D is usually the Blender. Yeah, I don't like Unity though. Oh, Pudding says it. I know. I don't mind Unity. It's not bad. It kind of, for the work we've done in it, it certainly is helpful if you want to render things in 3D. It's that part it does pretty well. Okay, let's go back and look at it. So and we'll take maybe some notes on here on this. I think role reporting is going to be on its own slide up here. So role reporting. Our saving throw for one person. That experience
Hello.
How you doing, Rory?
Not too bad, my friend. How are you?
I'm pretty good, my friend. I'm like, this experience
good.
seemed pretty lame. Let's get this better. Mark, wrong number, bro. Did that come up? Did that work, Pudding? I didn't.
Harsh, it did.
It did. Cool. Nice. Who dis? New phone. Sorry. I don't know. I don't do that in text. I always just pick up the phone and say that. All right. So let's see. Saving throw. And my mom is like, Mark, take my calls. It's important.
Yeah.
All right. Saving throw one person seemed pretty lame. No. Yeah. It was missing a bunch of stuff. We'll document this later of stuff. Okay. So that's our notes for that experience right there. We'll watch it maybe one more time. So saving throw. You can come over here. Here's my secret saving penalty. Give it to me. I'm going to give me 2 of these. Okay. By the way, this text coming up that was a saving -2 and revealing what it is. That's just for me now. That won't happen in real life. The cool thing is that text is coming from code in a spreadsheet, which is for our magic. So this is kind of cool. Actually, we should probably review how the heck we're doing all of this. I'll bring up the card data and I'm going to bring up the magic spreadsheet. So both of those. So the card data is in here. And in the card data, we've got a column called card received, another one called card played, where we can add code. And so what's happening here for all these secret mods is they're just basically, if it's a secret one, they call give magic to card recipient. They pass in secret skill mod. This does not need a $sign in front of it. There's nothing we're interpolating in it. I think I've fixed that, but I haven't regenerated it. Then pass in this card and the number of the mod is what's happening. So that's what's going on there. So that's what's going on. So it's a secret skill mod or secret save mod, or actually, you know what? We even improved it to just secret mod. This is what the new thing looks like. This is old, this is new right here. So that's a new code generation. So at any rate, it's a call. And basically, this is a set of instructions that our C# parser parses. So we invented a while back, we invented this thing called magic. And magic is a perfect concept for D&D, where you can hand something to somebody else. It's perfect for when I cast a spell on you and you've got lasting.
You're bestowing an effect, aren't you?
Kind of. And
So you're in possession of the effect. You can't really modify it yourself. It's just happening to you.
Yes. And the person who gives it to you might be casting a spell, so when their spell is dispelled, the thing they've given you goes away. Or what you've got could expire based on a certain condition. So we're giving you magic. The magic is called secret mod, and we're passing in 3 parameters to it. The card, what the kind of mod type it is, skill, and the number 1. Or whatever the bonus is. So this is secret skill bonus +1. There's a 1 right there. This is all automatically generated by our card maker, right? So we don't really have to think too hard there. Then over here is the secret mod magic on the magic's spreadsheet. And it takes 3 parameters, which we're calling this card, type, and value. And when we create magic and we pass it parameters, what happens is it gets... we create something, we create essentially a set of arguments that are kind of named arguments, and one's called this card, one's called type, and one's called value. And whatever the values that are passed into it by this guy here, we just assign. This card is a system variable that returns a reference to the card that's being actively redeemed. Okay, that's what's happening there. Then on received, we are going to say float player text and got a secret card, and then we're passing in type and value. So we can reference these parameters to the magic inside the code just by typing in $type or $value.
And that's the message you were just talking about, the one
Right.
that's currently telling us what the type and value are
Right.
As debug information, but won't be there for the real thing. It'll be removed for natural play, should we say.
Exactly. We will remove that for natural play. Exactly. Then I've got 3 events here for this secret mod. On recipient check skill, I check to say, hey, is the type equal to skill? Over here on the recipient saves, I check, is the type equal to saving? And over here I ask, is the type equal to attack? So it's going to be one of these 3 if everything is going correctly. And if it is, then we just go in and execute essentially the same code in all of these. Reveal the card, add a mod, and dispel the magic. Add mod. Why is this a 1? The value, what's the 1 for add mod? I forget that. I don't have any way to find it here, but I do have a way to
That's
find
the
it.
problem with Google Sheets is there's no IntelliSense for our custom language.
Yeah, but if I were to come in here onto something and I were to type in add mod and then open paren on this and then do this value of the mod, the multiplier of the mod is a 1. So I'm allowing for offset mods and I'm allowing for multiplier mods as well.
Cool.
So I could have a ×2 if we wanted to do it. Those are super rare in Dungeons and Dragons, but it's something we could do. And that's and that's what happens. The call to dispel magic dispels the active magic, whoever's calling it. So that means we are going to dispel ourselves. So we reveal the card because it's a secret. We add mod, we add the mod to the next die roll. So this is getting called just before the recipient checks skill or checks saves. And that's how that's working. 1, 2, 3, like that.
It's a pretty neat system, to be honest, isn't it?
It's not bad, yeah. We've also
Lots of little linked parts that sort of interact to form a greater whole.
Yes, you're right. And we also implemented the spells Bane and Bless here, which are, we're adding the Bane die, adding the Bless die, we're adding labels to it. All this stuff is happening here, so we're doing all that as well. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, I feel like there's a bunch of bugs in the room. I want to swat away at these guys. We should have a bug mode where you can change your ship to a bug. Surly's doing some serious formation stuff here. Rory did a swat on you. Surly's
Give me ideas like that.
You son of a...
There's a hole in the display team.
Yeah. Okay, so okay, so what I'm looking for, what I want, is I want to see. All right, I'm gonna cut this since we did everything on this card. I'm gonna delete this. What I want.
Peace, no corona.
Say again?
World peace and no corona.
No corona, right. I want something like this. I want basically, look, whatever, let's say I've got a -1 that's my own modifier, and I've played other cards. I want the other cards listed out like this. On any kind of saving throw, on any kind of roll reporting. That's what I want. Okay, what I'm getting is not quite that. Let's take a look at what I'm getting so you can see it. So we're all like kind of on the same page. That's my save. Let's get to my skill penalty here. Attack penalty. Skill penalty. So there's a -2. Let's give me 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I got those 3 cards. I might have other ones in there as well. When I do a skill check, let's roll the dice. Now we reveal. Now down in the dice roll, we've already got the mods down here, but it's going to report him. I've got 10 -5. All it shows is the sum of all of them. It shows that -5 there. So I got a 10 -5. If we look
You want
at
something slightly more granular.
Yes, that's exactly what I want.
It's the lead to that -5.
Yeah. Let's go look at my skill checks page right here. Arcana, I've got a +1. So I had a +1 -6. That's what was going on. I do not want that. I want to see way more. And so let's kind of look at that. That's what I think I want to work on right now. Let's explore and figure out how to get there. Are you with me, Rory?
I am indeed.
Let me get rid of these cards over my face, because let me just select them because it's fun to do. All right, now I'll drop it again. Okay, this is going to be in the dice layer. I think it's in show roll modifier. That's where I think it is. And, look at this, yeah. Which I'm calling in 3 different ways. Now, I also wrote down refactoring, and partially here's why. Look at this report roll results. It's kind of a pain.
It's a little lengthy.
It goes down to here. It's a little lengthy. Okay, that's why I like doing shows co-hosted by the British, because they are do you ever watch a show called, I think, Grand Designs? with
Yes.
Kevin something, I think is his name.
I forget his surname, but yeah, he's a great presenter.
Oh my God, that show is great. And that guy can take anything. He can take a disaster where people have lost 30,000 pounds. People that didn't have the money, they lost, 50,000 pounds, 100,000 pounds. He can take a disaster and phrase it in a way where you're like, that was really a good thing that happened, right? And every time that happens, and I'm watching it with Karen, I'm like, Rory is exactly the same way. Those British are so good at making things sound good. They're so good at it. I just want to hang around you guys all the time.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you.
Speaking of which, totally on the side note, though, we're leaning towards moving to Valencia, Spain, is what we're doing right now. Yeah, we're leaning in that direction. We haven't gone there yet, but we're leaning. It'll be interesting.
That's a change.
The biggest change is the biggest hit is the time zone. Well, it's a little cooler there, but the biggest hit is time zone wise. It puts me in a completely different time zone in part of the world. So, anyway, all right. So I've got 3 different calls to show role modifier, and I don't know. I'm like, that doesn't make me happy. Also, everything in here. Look at this. If not, dice has multiplayer dice, so that means we've only got a single player rolling. And D20 get roll value is greater than 0, or so it's got to be these 2 pieces here, or am I missing a set of parens here? I'm just noting Bane Mods has single player ID, and Bane Mods get is not equal to 0.
You might have an extra set. Did you maybe take oh no, you're right. There's miss 1, 2.
No, I don't. I'm not saying it's syntactically incorrect. I'm just thinking logically is what I'm looking at this now. I'm a little worried about this. It works, but it doesn't quite look right, which is always a good sign that things are too complex.
One of the things I do, and it's purely a stylistic thing, is I tend to put new clauses. So just prior to the or, I bring them onto a second line, so I can treat each line as a complete set of truths, if you like. Yeah. Now, a lot of people don't like that, and it's purely a stylistic thing. But I sort of deal with it now as if first thing or second thing, and I can look at them individually.
Yeah.
Now looking at that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh no! Wait! We're good. I didn't see this one. That's what I thought was missing. Okay, good. Now it's back to the way I remember the logic.
Right. And that sort of shows the fallout, as it were, of those individualized pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also not a fan of this right here as well. So I'm going to just...
it's almost a double negative.
Yeah.
It's not quite.
It's a lot to read. And I do it twice in here in this method, it looks like. Am I still inside this report roll results? I am. So let's do this. Can I do does Visual Studio give me a... What's that going to do? It only gives me this one right here. All right. We're going to still go with this. So we're going to say, we're going to change this, is single player roll. With that, you go find that other one.
Is dice roll data a DTO of any kind? I.e., does it travel server to client or vice versa? Because if not, you could implement another property on it that is single player, and just invert the other value and just start migrating from one to the other where it felt reasonable.
Right.
That way it would always be present where the first one was and available.
It is, it's not a DTO, it looks like. My guess is it's built from a DTO. If we tab to next reference on one of these things here, we'll see some line that transfers it over. There. So that's how we get it from the DTO. So we create a new one here. Okay. And we transfer it. So you're right, we could do that. That might be the way to go.
Because the nice thing about that is it doesn't then rely on a local variable, which won't be in another location where you might be trying to find the same information out. You're sort of keeping the two facts, related facts, in the same place.
Yeah, I know, I'm with you. I don't like the this.diceroll.data. whatever. I'm
the length is also a problem. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a little bit like I like the simplicity of the local name right here. Somebody call the authorities. You like my new drone command? If you look carefully, you will see that they all fly along a path. All right, let's see it.
Okay, demonstration time. No pressure. That's pretty strict adherence to that path as far as I can see.
Okay. When one drone moves, they all move in up like a queue. Well, let's show me, man. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
That's good.
I like it. Yeah, it's fun to watch. Gonna put more over
Picture
there.
Surly sort of in between shows, gathering his drones together and saying, right, listen, we need to perform really well at this next show, okay? Giving them that, a good talking to ahead of time.
All eyes
You know,
are gonna be on this.
orchestrating everything that happens. He's like that guy in the Amateur Dramatic Society who wants everyone to be on point. Only he's just talking to his drones.
Yes, no, I like that. All right, so single player role, die value, get single player ID is greater than 0. What do we got in here? Look at that. Look at that. Used a lot.
Is that essentially saying that there is a die roll? Because there is no 0 on a d20, right?
Right.
So that just means there was a roll. D20 of any kind.
Yeah, sometimes, well, it's got to be above 0. Sometimes you can, like, your D20 roll value, I think, can get modified.
Oh, it's post modification. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming from here, which is passed in here. Total scores is really what it is. I don't know why I'm calling it D20, but total scores can be modified. Let's rename it down here. D20. Well, I'm calling D20 roll value here. So interesting. I guess I'm going to start renaming this. Call it just total scores. Total scores, like that. And then do the same thing over here. Total scores. So this is any die that's labeled as having a scoring kind of attribute to it. So it counts as its total score.
Yeah.
And then I want to do this too. I want to do the same thing here. I want to grab this, get in here, call it single player total score, maybe.
Yeah.
Like that. And let's go find this. Use selection increase, jump back, go find it. Use selection increase, whoops. Paste, jump back. Use selection increase, paste, jump back.
Notwithstanding, we're making this easier to read, but we're also making it more efficient. Not that we need to be particularly more efficient, but
True.
We're not redoing that calculation.
True. My main concern is easy to read right now. And here, Bane has that, and
It's like, is baned, or is player baned? And then bane mods is kind of quantity of baning is greater than, well, is not 0. Interestingly, not 0 rather than greater than 0.
right,
You could,
because
that
you
would
could be
excuse
negative.
negative baning?
Yep, you can have, Bane is generally negative, and Bless
Boon.
Bless is the opposite of that.
Okay.
It's going to be
That's
positive.
cool.
Let's see. I want to. I got declare local in here. Let's do that one right there. And we're going to call it has been or bless. Okay. If single player and single player score is non-zero, or is greater than 0, rather, positive number, or has been or bless. Hey, I like it already. It's better.
It's a lot better.
Yeah. And then now I'm going to take this whole block. This whole block does single player stuff. And I'm going to extract this.
Yep.
And really, no, I don't need those back. Why?
Well, you're doing something with them, I guess.
Yeah, but okay, I don't know. All right, fine. I'm gonna do this. What is this paren matching? Okay, this is, I don't understand the syntax. I've got a paren at the beginning and a paren at the end, apparently. I think what I need is simply just this and this. Just need the straight out call is what I need.
Right, something was trying to return though, right?
Yeah, and so we're going to say, and inside here we're going to basically, these are show rule mods. These are all mods. We'd have die total coming in here, and show saving throw totals over all dice.
Okay.
So die totals. So these are all like show die totals is what I think these are going to be. Show die stats. What's happening here? So saving throw all over all dice. All right. So we're going to say.
So that returning those two values really only makes sense if either one or both are actually modified within there.
Well, they must be. I assume that they must be. That must be going on. We said what it was. It was this one, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So that side effect will no longer be, well, yeah, no longer be happening, because I don't think we do this by reference with integers, do we?
No, and
JavaScript.
And this side effect was only used here. It's only what? Well, I say it's only used here.
Well, that's the return that was
not good.
attempting to. No, that's the actual return following that is coupled with. See, we're not reading from it any longer outside the method.
No, I get that. What I'm worried about is why am I even setting it to 0? It looks like it's old code. I think it's old code.
Well, that's good. We can decide broadly not to care then.
Yeah, I guess we can.
Because if nothing outside is using it, we don't need to return it. If we're not returning it and there's no other references to it, there's no point modifying it.
Yeah, let's
so we remove the modification and we can decide not to test it. Does it need passing in at all at that point?
Yeah, I think I already incorporated this by looking at additional mods before. I think I made a change. Yeah, there. See what I'm doing here?
Right, yes.
So that was my change. I don't need those to go in, it looks like.
Now, does that mean that a previous refactoring caused you to combine those two before you did a test that normalized them above 0? Have we introduced a bug earlier? So, for
I don't
example,
think
they
so.
could both have been -1 for some reason. They're now -2 in totality, and that test will not fire against either of them in a meaningful way. That'll stay as a total of -2, where had the totaling happened after the condition, it would have been back up to 0.
Yeah, no, I'm not brilliant enough to answer that question. I don't know.
Okay.
So it's got a random positions command where I can make them fly to totally random positions. So I'll tell you what my intuition is on this, though.
You could probably replace it with a piece of code that takes the summed value and does the same kind of a test on that. It says if it's under 0, then put it up to 0. That would be equivalent to that, right? The additional mods.
Yeah, I think it goes like this. If additional mods is not equal to 0, then we're going to say bless vein value. No, I think it's still less than. If it's less than 0, then additional mods is equal to 0.
Yeah.
And nat 20 defeats any additional mods.
Okay.
That goes away. Tell me additional mods is used. Yeah, it is. Good.
But now we're not using either nat 20. Well, sorry, no, we are using the nat 20. We're not using the is it the Bane incoming value and the card mod value? Neither one of them.
Right.
I think we're using.
So we're going to get that.
So we have params that can be removed.
Okay. So after single player ID, we're getting rid of the next two parameters. Okay.
Okay, and that's a newly introduced piece of code, so there are no further calls to that.
Right. And I wanted to see if card mod value, plus main value, we'll just use there. Okay. All
That's
right.
good. So we've collected the code inside its own method that's more dedicated towards its purpose, and we have less variables involved in that, so it'll be easier to read. The outer calling code is clearer and easier to read. So, win, 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 win.
Yeah, we're getting there.
So far.
We're getting there. Before I come back to this, I kind of want to continue and look at the rest of this and discuss refactoring on this.
Okay.
Let's see. Total bonus is greater than 0 in single player dice roll, and this type is not equal to a skill check. I'm confused by this.
Does
last
not
piece.
skill check mean it is saving or attack? Have I understood that, or are there other types?
Yeah, what I don't understand. Let's see. Bonus string is equal to bonus roll. Bonus roll right, get the first bonus roll description. This is a bonus roll that's a non-skill check bonus roll. Is what this is. There's also a skill check bonus roll, which is something built in, where if you roll a nat 20, you get a bonus roll on a skill check. And there's some specific things here for wild magic that's in here. Show bonus roll. So we're going to say, let's see, what are we doing here? It's all, got it. Okay, so this is going to be show non-skill check bonus roll. Show bonus, report bonus roll. So I'll change it to report bonus roll. All right. Let's just see.
Am I right in saying that extract method, that's a studio built-in refactoring, isn't it?
It is.
Does it annoy you that it doesn't automatically
Yeah.
flip into the rename?
And that it doesn't take me to the location. Yeah. And that it
Yeah.
doesn't respect my code generation options. Yeah. It's pretty much all
I'm
it
glad
is.
I'm not the only one that is slightly irritated by that.
Yeah, I was actually working on specking out stuff for later this year for Code Rush, and I was like, what if we rewrote all of Visual Studio's, preview UI and just replaced it? So it's really a pet peeve of mine. I have so many problems with it. But it's also kind of a crazy thing too. I don't know. We probably won't have time to do it, but it's because it's a huge undertaking. It's like it's one of these things where I want to fix it, but I don't know if we have the resources or time to do it. Our priorities are going to be on performance, stability. We're going to be looking at stability, performance, mainly those issues, and discoverability. That's where I think we're headed for the remainder of the year. All right, so let's see what we got here. So we've done these two.
We extracted out the report bonus roll. That was our last.
We did that one right there. This text center. I'm going to extract this. We're going to call this. Yeah, it also bugs me that this isn't called already get text center. These are not hard things to do. And probably want me to make this a constant. Is that what you're doing? Yeah, sounds good. Okay, total damage, total health, total extra. I'm going to take these three, extract those into report damage, health, extra. Show success or fail messages. Okay, that's good. I'm good with that. Max damage is if second roll data, it's additional stuff, single player total score, and answer commentary. Oops. I've only got declare local available here. That's kind of weird that it's not giving me extract method there. Usually it doesn't give it to me if there's some kind of weird
extra breakout mechanic. Oh, there it is. Return damage. It's been stuck on the end of line 2204. Let's go to the end of this line.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Thanks, buddy.
So
that was useful. All right, okay. So now we're going to say get roll damage. Is that enough? Well, report roll commentary. Announce roll commentary. And I've got a problem
what
with
is
this.
it that affects max damage earlier in that sequence? Because it's increasing max damage by something. Does it have an initial value? Sort of higher up?
Hold on, I'm just tweaking this a little bit here. I was just noticing that max damage was only modified here, so I wanted to do this because this is really more what this is about right here.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so your question is, what's going on with this?
Only that if we're adding 2 max damage, that presumes that it has an earlier value generated by something. I was just curious what that might be. It is just an incoming roll results max damage. Okay.
And then the damage
Effectively,
modifier.
that's whatever's
roll.
on the damage dice.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we're getting better here. I think we are. We're setting up some constants there. We've got constants here. Got some console write lines out here. It's better. What's going on up here? Title. That one I thought I did it. Oh, because the mouse moved. Maybe. I'm not sure actually what did it. Get title. Okay.
That's getting a die roll title, but not based off the incoming roll results.
Right.
What's its basis? Oh, it's got access to it via the member.
Yeah, it's got access to
Yeah.
this dice roll data type.
Is that going to ever cause issues with a future refactoring where you call the outer method passing in some custom roll data, but it's not fed through the roll results at the top there, coming in to report roll results?
I'm not answering the question either, Roy.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it will totally cause a problem later, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, you're just coming at me now, man. You're coming at my code.
It's like, no, because if a lesser person was to call this later on, obviously that will cause them trouble. We're not going to do that because that would cause us trouble.
I am
That's
the lesser
a perfectly
person.
valid answer.
No. Yeah, so it's, well, this is part of, dice roll data has got, if we call it like for a test method, dice roll data has got to be initialized properly, right, for this call to work. Otherwise, it won't work. So, did you want to throw this up as a parameter? Are you thinking that?
Well, that's what I was thinking. If that, what I was going to say, no, just the dice roll data itself, is that not the same thing coming into the calling method?
No, it's not. Dice.
Oh, okay.
It's not. Dice roll
It's not a
data
sub-piece of roll
is a this, and the piece coming in is a roll results, which is a different type. But we can. I do like the idea though of taking this, coming in here. God, I wish I had more refactorings here. And I guess call it type. Like this, maybe.
Oh, I see. It's not actually dice roll data anyway. It's not the whole of it. It is just that one sub piece that we're checking, just multiple times.
Yeah. And so I'll pass that
we
in.
can extract out of our if-else stack to a single thing, which then could be passed in. Because it makes this method at least a little bit more resilient towards that future case.
Yeah, and so with that, and then here, and then just need that bit of it right there. Okay.
That's good.
Okay. Not sure if I'm refactoring this or not. What this is becoming exactly. This to here is basically like kind of like some initialization. It's on a lot of lines of code. Maybe I'll just keep it. All right.
It is just it's sort of auto-correcting a certain degree of those two values. Do they go on only to be used to create additional mods?
Yeah.
So you could take that everything from 2154 down to 2162 as a get additional mods.
Oh, I see. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love that you saw that. I didn't even see that. I was like, that's beautiful. Get additional mods. Like that. Main mods, cards mods, single player ID. Let's swap the order of these. Main mods, cards mods, single player ID.
Just a quick thought whilst you're in there moving things around, would it not be better to take the single player ID first in case you later have further additional mods that you want to strap on the end? Therefore it's ID, mod, however many there end up being.
Yes, it would. And normally I'd be like, I can solve that problem later. When that happens. Jeez, again, what? Man, that guy. But I'm not going to do it because it's going to feel like I'm just dismissing everything you're saying. I'm just going to do exactly what you're saying instead. Because otherwise it's just going to...
be careful what I say.
I am like on a bad roll. Okay, so now report die totals and mods. My additional mods is, this needs to be renamed. Additional mod value. I want to rename it inside here as well. That. The reason why is because I actually want to pass in a whole list of the card mods here. Right? The card mods, the bean mods, I want to actually pass them in here. And I want to pass those in down in here to show row modifier as well.
Remembering now that the purpose, other than getting better looking code here, was to allow us to show the breakdown of those mods, not just their eventual total.
Yeah. So I've got, bless bean mods are here. Roll mod is not equal to 0. And then I've got the show the die total. Show save it through a total. Show die totals. So these I almost think we could take this out here too. And get show totals. Report die totals, maybe like that.
Die totals, yeah.
Don't need to return at the end there anymore, it looks like. And these two are kind of interesting because I suspect that they only differ in the first parameter. Right here. In other words, we start comparing this line visually with this line. In fact, let's do this. Let's take this and let's pop it right underneath it and see what we got. We got them right next to each other. They're the same.
They are the same.
Just the beginning. So when that happens, sometimes I like to kind of combine it into a single call and just have the is, the if, and the else.
Yeah, the condition should only affect the piece that differs.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little trickier here
I know.
because you've got that third clause where it doesn't want to do this.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly. It's essentially what I have to do is I have to say, hey, look, I need to bring this clause to the front, to the top is what I need to do. That basically says, hey, if roll mod equals 0, basically do the opposite of this plus this one.
Yeah.
And so if roll mod is equal to 0,
I like.
and this is equal to 0, right? You agree with me? Then we're going to do this one. I'm so glad you agree with me on that. I'll get rid of the console log piece here. Then we're going to do this. Otherwise, we're going to come
else into our next one, and then inside of that,
we're going to have
embed what we've got. Ah, very nice.
So we need to do what is this first piece? This is the mod, right? This roll modifier. Okay, so we'll call this roll modifier, and it won't be a constant actually. Roll modifier. Set it equal to, I don't know, maybe nothing at all. And then we're going to have this code right underneath it.
Yep.
And that code is going to set roll modifier equal to the part that differs. And otherwise, we're going to come down here and set it equal to the part that differs.
Have we extracted the actual show modifier?
Then I need one of these.
Oh, you've got a copy of it there. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. And so now, finally, down here, this is going to be my roll modifier. This is going to come up here, actually, right there. That's going to take roll modifier. So now that I've done all this, I'm about to change what parameters I send in. But I'm pretty sure that should all work. Let's at least go in, refresh. Oops, I'm in the wrong overlay to refresh. I want to refresh the Dragon front overlay. Oops, I want the die layer. Hey, Campbell, can you close the door? All right, refresh. All right. Okay, so we've refreshed that. Let's do a couple rolls and just see what happens with stuff.
Nine plus 8 hit with 6 necrotic damage.
That looks like it's still working. Let's go to a skill check and a saving throw. Let's do each one of those. He's a multiplayer one, so we'll throw that up there. He's a multiplayer acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Looks like it's still reporting it. Let's do a multiplayer saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
Okay, everybody passes. Let's do an isolated attack with an advantage. Oops, I said advantage. All right.
11 plus 9. That's a hit with 8 piercing damage.
Let's do a saving throw. Sorry, skill check on me.
Acrobatics.
Or just get a bonus roll.
Nat 20. Bonus roll.
31.
31 plus 2. Success!
Alright, so all this seems like it's still working.
Yeah. Can I just check? Am I right in just interpreting the code here? It's not possible to have a role modifier and a skill saving modifier at the same time.
No, that's not true. It is possible to have both of those at the same time.
Because the code here treats one as an exclusive to the other. It says if the role mod is not 0, do this thing. Else, if skill saving modifier. Maybe that else is not a good idea. Or
Yeah,
just the else portion of it.
I totally agree with you.
No. I'm saying leave the condition, take the else piece away. So they're two independent ifs. Because in theory you can combine both.
Well, then I need a plus equals here.
Oh, true.
Although
Plus
the,
equals on. Maybe you need to initialize the role modifier to 0 if that's the case.
I'm going to do this. And I'm going to initialize this to that because that was going to be
that's better. Yeah.
both of those. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think these are exclusive. Is my understanding of it. Okay. Totals. So show role modifier is here. This is what I want to change. I want to pass in the modifier, essentially a modifier map. Why use if at all? If it's 0, anything plus 0 is anything. Yeah, that's kind of what yeah, I think that's coming in. I think there may be a little bit of lag because I ended up setting, oh, I see what you're saying.
Right. We can just do role modifier plus in both cases.
You know, sometimes I'm just worried if I'm like just an idiot, you know, and like right now especially, I'm totally there. Thanks for that. So in fact, Jesus, look at
In fact,
this.
that really reduces quite a lot, doesn't it?
This is the worst day of my life. I can't believe this, Rory. Look at that.
No. This is what refactoring is about. You make it work first, then you refactor it to be more performant and more readable.
Yeah.
And we have less code now.
Yeah, pay
And
no
thus,
attention to me. Look at the
you know,
drones. Look at the drones.
Look at the shiny drones. Woo!
Holy cow. Oh, okay, so this is just weird. Show Blessbane mods. Showroom modifier. So the Blessbane mods, just to look at that, I want to just look at that, compare it to the other one. Value is not 0, show role modifier. So we're back in here calling this same thing again. Look, I think we can get this tighter. Look at this. This is what we're calling, it's just a value check right here, and that's it. It's basically just coming back in and calling this value, luck value, player ID, all of that is what we're coming in here doing. Let's put this next to here. Just to verify, it's the exact same ones, isn't it? Yeah.
Looks like it, yeah.
I think we can do this. We can do this. Get rid of this. Value check. I know, it's a little frightening what I'm doing. But,
I'm just trying to track where value came from and therefore needs to be still.
hold on a second. I lost...
That's the additional mod value, isn't it?
lost some code here. I'm hitting undo. There's the piece I lost right there. So what I'm sorry. So I undid to here. Here's what I'm believing is the real code here, because we're just checking to see, hey, if those are both 0, right? Then we go and we send only this out. This is like some of the worst code that somehow I've managed to write I've ever seen in my life. Now I think all we need to do to make this a functional equivalent to the same, if the role modifier is not equal to 0, then we're going to do that. And all this is gone. Show Blessbane mods, is that still there? We don't need this anymore. Let's double check, make sure it's only called from one spot. Okay.
So Blessbane mods was previously doing the same thing if the additional mods was not 0.
Yeah.
Whereas
hold on.
we're now doing if the roll modifier is not 0. So
Yeah, I think we just do this. And then we're calling show roll modifier, which is what the other one was calling. I
so
think this is it.
there's a subtle difference, but it may be one that doesn't matter. Before, the equivalent was testing additional mods for being not 0, whereas now we're testing additional mod and the other two things combined for being not 0. Is that a difference that makes any real distinction?
As I understood the code, as I saw it, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that's. I think we're. And I'll say this: I feel better about this code. Let's just do this. Let's do a
Sure.
refresh on it. Let's do a few more tests. We'll throw a few more tests at it. Pudding's trying to do some swatting out there. Better watch out, Surly. All right. Let's refresh. And let's start off with a skill check here.
Animal handling. 1 + 1 failure.
Okay. That's working. I want to actually cast Bless or Bane out here on us. Let's do that. Go get Bless. Cast the spell. Whoops, I gotta get some. Those two are Blessed over there. And now let's roll some saving throws for them. Let's go Fred. Skill test.
Acrobatics.
Baby girl is right.
I love his comment.
11 + 7.
Not only did the
Success.
animal not do what you wanted, it decided to tear your head off anyway.
Right. Now what's really interesting, or saving throw, attack or saving throw. It's got to be a saving throw. All right, so let's go back into Fred again. Fred, saving throw, and now you should get the blessed die.
Saving throw.
There it is. There's the blessed die. So now it should be 5 + 4 + whatever saving throw is.
9 + 9. Success.
Yeah. So the sound wasn't great. 5, 4, 18, 9 + 9. Let me write this down. 5, 4, 18, and then we heard 9 + 9. Right? So die D20 was a 5. The D4 was a 4. The bonus was +9. And in there we hear 18 or 9 + 9. 9 + 9. Did we hear 18? I don't remember. I think we might have.
I know you said it, I don't know whether we heard it.
+9. Or maybe we just heard 18 + 9. We saw the total. Yeah, I almost want to redo this again. The die total, one more time. The die total was 18, that's correct. We heard, I think we heard 9 + 9. That's what I think we hear. And I'm going to call this incorrect. Wants to hear 5 + 13. So the 5 is the D20 roll. And this is the D4 plus player mods. That's what I wanted to hear. Everything was okay, but
Okay.
the announcement was not right. So that's a little tricky. I want to go down into this. Let me just fade this out, lower the That's what I want. 5 plus 13. And then that means I want to see, but I think we saw, did we see a plus 13? That's the part I'm not sure about. That's what I need to,
Not sure.
we need to go see what we're seeing in there. Let's do another roll on there and see what we can do with that. We're going to go back into Sandra. We're going to cast Bless on the same 3 creatures. I'm going to enter combat to stop the clock. So we can do a couple tests in a row. I'm going to go into Fred and bring up a saving throw. Strength. I think he's got a plus 9 on.
Strength saving throw.
Oh, looks like that was a Sandra, not Fred.
17 plus 2. Success.
So let's go back to Fred. Saving throw. Strength. Go. Fred, I think he's got a plus 9.
Strength saving throw.
Alright, so we got a 13, a 4, and a plus 13.
9. Success.
Let's do a screenshot. I didn't do a screenshot. I'll do a screenshot next time. Let's do it one more time. Fred. Saving throw. Strength again. Go.
Strength saving.
Ready to get that screenshot. Just remember what we hear. Oh, it didn't hit the roll button.
17 plus 9. Success.
Okay, there's my screenshot. We heard 17 plus 9.
Yeah. So the 15, the 2 brings it to 17, so that's correct. 17 plus 9 is indeed 26. So that, yeah.
Okay, so we you know, let's see.
Mystic Soda makes an interesting point. It is always saying plus 9. Is that an inherent bonus that Fred has?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
He does.
So Mystic Soda, that's down to the individual who's doing the role and the quality of their character at this time.
Yeah, and it's the strength check. He's got plus 9 on that. Pretty sure about that. Fred, strength saving throw.
Yep, there it is. Plus 9.
Wait, saving throws here are plus 2. What are they on the? Oh yeah, the plus 9 there. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, cool. I just roll. Strength saving throw. So the D20 is a 15. The D4 is a 2.
Yep.
And
The 9 is his inherent strength.
Yeah. The strength mod is plus 9. Okay. And shoot, I didn't write down what we heard. That was the thing. Did you remember?
It was a 17 plus 9.
17 plus 9.
So the voice announcer already added the 2 and the 15.
Okay, that's the data I wanted to get. Thanks so much, Rory, for that. So we heard 17 plus 9. So what I want to hear, so let's see here. The plus 11, here's what I want to change. I want to change. I want this to be plus 9 plus 2. Like that. Then I want to, on the, that's the bonus. So that's this part right up here.
So that's your visual.
Yeah, the visual.
You want to break the 11 into the 9 and the 2.
Plus 9 plus 2. Then the audio, I want to change it to 15 plus 11.
So you've currently got audio and video that don't agree with each other except in terms of what they calculate to. And you're going to continue to have that. You're just reversing each one. So one of them's going to be more granular, one of them less granular. Should they not match? Or is that not the point?
Well, I could do it like this. I could change this to 15 plus 9 plus 2. But I'm worried about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried about that. I'm worried that that is a... it's hard to follow audibly. Right? Your cognitive load goes up. And
see, as somebody who's watching and listening, if I'm hearing 17, which is what we have been hearing, I'm looking for where did that come from. I'm looking, is there something that adds up to it?
yeah,
But if you show me 15 and I hear 15, then I can see that.
Yep.
Then I can follow the plus. Well, I can't follow the plus 9 because it's not visible on screen, but I can follow the plus 2.
right. No, I get that. Yeah, I want to do this, and there's two reasons. One is because there's no limit to how many of these we might have, and when you start having a whole bunch of these coming in it's going to be like plus 4, plus 5. It's going to sound super unnatural.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I want to just summarize this. That's for one of the reasons. I guess another reason
So you've got
is...
two components to it. One base
Yeah.
value, one total of bonuses.
Yeah,
That's
so
fine,
the first number we get is always going to be the D20 roll. So the first number you hear will always be the D20, and the second number will always be the sum of the mods. In other words, the sum of everything in here. That's what
Yeah.
I want to do. So yeah, I know it's... I know we
What
kind
if the
of... Go ahead.
visual did exactly what you're saying there, but also showed a kind of an equals 11, so that when there was a call out of 11, you could see that it was represented and had this basis.
I love it. That's a great idea. It's a
Because
really
you're
good
right,
idea.
the audio being lengthened is a bit, it gets a bit excessive, but we can sort of call back to it with the visual, having the totals both pieces.
Yeah, it's great. All right, I love it. Let's do that. Okay, so we got some work to do. This is what we want to do.
We do.
Let's work on the visuals first. It's plus
Okay.
9, plus 2, 11 kind of thing. What we're doing, let's see, report back photos and mods, show roll modifier right here. Yeah, all the data I'm passing down here is wrong in my take on this. I'm slightly entranced by the drone show going on too.
What's the on the line you're on there? We say roll modifier is additional mod value plus roll mod plus savings skill saving modifier. What's the incoming value? This is a bit besides the point, I suppose, but the incoming additional mod value comes from outside this method. What is that made up of, if not roll mod and skill saving modifier?
What's passed in is your question, right?
I guess. I mean, I've sort of been loosely following the sort of D&D stuff, and I get that there's a roll modifier because we've just witnessed one, and I get that there's a saving. I guess is it in this case Fred's strength, because that's a modifier that's character based rather than the other things. Oh, of course, it's yes.
So part of it is in this call additional mods is going to bless mods, bane mods, and card mods. What it
And
is.
to be clear, we don't. Are you saying you do or you don't want those individual mods being listed as separate pieces?
No, I do. I want to eventually pass those in. But right now, that's what's
Right.
happening with this. I just want to doing a rename on this. Turn this to bless bane mods. Right there, and let's do a rename here on this one as well. Cool. And 1, 2, second one. Change this one too. Cool. think that's it for us. All right. So, yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I want to pass in those pieces here for additional mods. So additional mods are here. That's one of the parameters that we pass in. The roll mod is the dice roll data modifier. This is what's sent down when I roll the dice.
Yeah.
If it's a single player roll, that's got a value. If it's a multiplayer roll, that's going to be 0, and individual rolls might have a modifier associated with them. So that might be 0 in some cases.
So we really want to have a list of modifiers, don't we?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going for. I want to just look at one more thing before we do that. We have roll mod, additional value, and the last one was the skill saving modifier. What's going on with that? Report roll results, skill saving modifier. That's coming before total damage in the parameter. Where are you? Total damage skill saving modifier is here. Get modifier for the player. Skill saving modifier. So let's see. Oh, the skill saving modifier could be. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I see. If the dice roll type is a skill check, or it's a saving throw. Interesting. Get the modifier. Skill. Oh, skill saving. I get it now. This is skill or saving modifier is what this is. Okay, got it. So if it's a skill check or it's a saving throw, then there's some modifier there. So get modifier for the player. Comes in and checks, well, is there an initiative roll? We return your initiative. Yeah, that will be not there. Will be one of these two. So we call it get skill mod or get saving throw mod. Excellent. These are going to go through here, use some D&D like rules and or getting the data, the settings right here. There you go. It's using D&D logic right here to get these numbers for the player. Okay. So this is the player's skill or saving modifier. Got it. Okay, now I know what that is. All right, so let's go back to where we were, and let's go back to what you suggested, Roy, now that we know what those pieces are. And we got to kind of pass those in. Let's look at the mods, what's happening inside here. We're doing some addition here, is what we're doing. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just throw in, I'm going to add it to the end here. That's what I'm going to do. I want to have, let me change this to an array of number. Call this all mods. Like this. Get it right, just had this wrong at the end. Is that it? I think that's it. Okay.
That's right.
So all mods is coming in at the end. Report die and total mods. Now what I need to do is get all mods and declare it. So all mods is going to be an array of numbers. Equal to new. Right, and then we want to say all mods dot push, and we will start adding some things.
Yep.
Is what we want to do. I'm going to just add everything, regardless of whether it's a 0 or not, and then I'll let it.
Then when we're iterating through, we can just skip over blanks. Or,
yeah, we're going to
zeros.
Exactly. We're going to sort it out later. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start with adding these 3. Then I'm going to go into, and we got a single player roll. We know it's a single player roll, which means now I can go into my Bless Pain mods and my card mods, those two pieces here. This one mods.get single player ID, and that should return This is going to have, yeah, the Bless mod is going to have a total on it, is what it's going to do. So I think I may need to do a check to see if it's got it. So if this .has single player ID, then we're going to say all mods push. That's what I think we're going to do. And
Now,
then,
just to be double check here, we've got various types of role that we'll be potentially doing. So some are literally attack rolls, which are calculating damage. Others are skill checks that are going to determine the success of, and they all have these modifiers. We're already ensuring that these values we're pushing in only have a non-zero value if they are appropriate to the circumstance.
I'm not sure about the last statement. You said we're already ensuring that these have a non-zero value. You mean inside of these maps?
So what
that
I'm
are
saying
coming
is, we're always going to push. Where is it now? Skill saving modifier into
matter
this
what.
stack, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
But if we're doing so and we're going to report the die totals, and it just so happens we're doing an attack roll, well, it won't matter because previously we will have ensured that the skill saving modifier
is zero.
for this is 0.
That's correct. Yeah, I believe that's absolutely true. I'm thinking here, the problem is card mods is a total of all the card mods. It's not individual ones. I think I want to list all the individual ones out because I have enough room to list like maybe 20. And I can certainly drop the font size if it gets more. So if like a whole bunch of cards, I have enough room to do it. I think what I want to do is pass in the card mods looks like it's the third parameter here to the constructor. There it is right there. I want to pass in something else. Here's what I want to do. I want to come in and let's do I want to say card mod list. And that's not going to be a map, it's going to be an array of number. And let's say new array of number like that. And then whenever we let's just initialize right here. And let's see. Here's what we want to do. That's total scores. Wait, where's card mods? Update with card mods. Where's card mods updated though? Wait, what's going on? It's like the card mods aren't here, and yet it's behaving as if they're here.
That's a little
I've only got
strange.
one call here.
Hang on.
It's
Hang
this.
on. Your initialize local arrays is declaring a function,
It's this.
not literal inline code. So it'll get passed to something.
Yeah. This, well, it's...
So it's capturing a reference to card mods. It doesn't necessarily have to initialize it sequentially.
No, I don't think that's it. I think what's happening here is that it's the set is being called, which is modifying card mods, and we're passing in this call to get card modifier. That's what's going on. And so here's where we're going in here. And what we need to do is we need to kind of pass in our card mod list as well. And that's what I think we need to do. So let's do that. We're going to come in here. This is going to be here. That's going to be a type of array of number like this. And then in here, okay. Hold on a second. I'm hearing what seems like music from multiple sources. All right. I think it's going to be an array of strings. I'm changing this now. We're going to change it to strings.
Okay.
All right. Cards mod list. This is better. I'm more excited about this. Okay, get cards modifier. Boom. The reason why I'm more excited about this is, hold on a second. So the first time we check to see if the multiplier is 1, then we're just going to add the offset. If the multiplier is not 1, then we're going to add the multiplier. That's what we're doing. What I want to do is come down into cards mods list and say cards mods list dot push and interpolated string. Got to remember what language I'm coding in. And I want to pass in for the first one. I want to pass in card modifier dot offset. And that should just toString it like that. So that should give me, I do want to do this though. I want to say, hey, if the offset is greater than 0, then I want to say a plus right there. Otherwise, if the offset is less than 0, then I would just want to do this. Okay?
Yep.
That's what I want to do. All right, good. And then over here, if it's not equal to 1, whoops. Then I think I just want to come in here and throw in a times multiplier. Multipliers, like I say, are rare, but or maybe an x, lowercase x, times that multiplier. Okay, and then, but what will happen is I'm applying the multiplication last, and I am yeah, it's gonna be good. That's all gonna work. Okay, so
works.
Get card modifier is there. Let's go back. Get card modifier is there. Card mod list now. Now what I do is I want to now pass in that right after it. After card mods. So up here, card mods. Let's bring this down to its own line. So we'll have public card mod list. Array of string, like that. Okay. Now,
Mark, you've got a lot of maps there going from number to something else. It was my understanding that that was representative of a player ID.
Yes.
The first one, but your card mods list can't have that. It's been generated for a specific player ID. How does that resonate?
It's the sum of all the players' IDs. This is for the single. You're right. Should it be? Let's go look at it one more time. That's a great observation. Because maybe what we really want to do, yeah, because we're passing in the player ID for that. Yeah, here's what we're going to do.
Maybe a mods list is a map of number to array of string.
How's that look for you? You like that better?
Can't tell, there's a speech bubble over the top there.
How about that right there?
Okay. Yeah, I think.
So it's a map from player ID to an array of strings. That's what that is.
Yeah.
All right. So now we need to create a new instance of that. Well, we did right here. We created an instance right there. But now let's get that type.
Well, the initial one, sorry, each entry in it will need to have an initialized array of strings.
Yes. Let's fix this here first. Okay. Then we're going to say we're just going to build one anyway. I think I'm just going to build one anyway if it doesn't exist. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, hey, look, if not card mods list dot has creature ID, then we're going to say cards mods list dot set creature ID, comma new array of string. I think. That's what I think is first. Do that no matter what. Then we say, then we want to basically do a Cards mod list got get creature ID like this, and that's going to be an array of string. So we'll do LA.S. Maybe I should have made that a QA.S for constant, like that. And we're going to call this mod list, like this. And that's equal to the get. So the get should now work. And now that we have the mod list down here, we should be able to come in here and do this, and that. You agree with that? Feeling better?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. So now that'll create one for each one we bring in here. That's good. That feels way better, even though we're only going to use it right now if there's a single player. So, but it is better. It's much better. Thanks for that observation as well, Rory.
No trouble.
Okay, cards like this, roll results. I'm going to report a coders feature request.
That's because the type hasn't been changed in the newing of roll results.
No, it's a feature I've been thinking about. I don't have a great way to. I'm going to just throw it out here. We're always carrying us from the shadows.
Yeah, but you've no idea where I'm carrying you to. It could be an open volcano.
It's an open volcano of awesome. All right, guys. So there's something here, and I'm not sure what it is, but there's a feature. I want to go from here. Okay. So notice I'm on the what? 1, 2, 3, 4th parameter in here. I want to dive in to here, and I'm going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, this one. And I want to, whoops. I want to jump to there.
So let's jump to parameter definition.
Yeah. Show me the parameter. I'm using this all the time. I'm needing to do this all the time down in TypeScript. But I'm like on a parameter. I want to jump in and look at. I want to go to the call. It's like a jump to call kind of thing.
Well, you mean signature?
Yeah,
You're from the call to the signature, but specifically
right.
to the part of it that you're
right.
the relative part of it that you're referencing now.
Yeah, go to signature. You know, go to argument, go to parameter. So this is the argument. It's from going from argument to parameter. So it's like jump to parameter declaration. Go to parameter declaration. I think that's what it's called. All right. Anyway, that's what I want to do. I want to be here, and I want to go to here. That's what I want to do. Okay. Let's report that as a feature request. Jump to parameter declaration. Pudding said it's okay. Pudding made me say it's okay. I'll follow you to Dragon's Pit to summon Tiamat if I need to. I didn't see myself say that. I was so focused.
I've not heard that term in a while. Is that the multi-headed dragon?
I don't know. All right, so we're going to do map of a number to that. What is it? Yee. All right, so map number to an array of string. What's wrong? Oh, here. That's my problem right there. All right. How is that? My cards mods list. That looks better.
It does.
Okay. And let's just verify that the call. Yeah, we lost the squiggly underline from the call. Okay. Next, go to card mods. It's being used there. And now we want to kind of do, what do I have that thing called? Card mod list. Call it card mod list. It's a map number to an array of strings. Like that. Here's my card mod list. Then, single player ID. Okay. And we're not doing that anymore. We just got additional mods. Here.
So this is where we were starting to push things into all mods, and you were going to push the values from the mods list also into that.
Yes. So we're going to first do a single player ID on the card mod list to get it. That's going to get us back a constant that is a array of strings. So we're going to call this card mods. Card mod stirs.
Yep.
That's going to be equal to this. And now I'm going to say this dot add card mod stir. Got a slight problem in that I've got to really insert these is what I've got to do. I need to insert, not add. And the reason why is because I've got multiplication at the end, potentially with the card mods, and that's not really going to happen anywhere else is that I know of. So that multiplication's got to be at the end. So I'm going to call insert mod start here. I'm going to pass in roll mod. And we're going to do the same with additional value and the skill saving modifier. So those will go, in fact, let's do them in reverse order so that these will all insert at the 0 position. So it'll be roll mod first by additional mod value by skill saving, followed by skill saving modifier, followed by everything in card mods in here. Let's go in here and pass that in as well. Blade Spleen mods has single layer ID. Then we got to do the same thing here.
So we're no longer using the all mods, which was an array of numbers. We're substituting out our array of strings because we want our nice plus and multiplier strings in there where appropriate.
Yeah.
And we will then be passing that into report die totals and mods. Yes.
And it'll be simply just a list of strings, which I'm happier about for right now. Yeah. So there, I think, is done. All right, cool. So now let's declare we need to get card mod stirs. And that's going to be coming in somewhere in here. What's my problem here? Expecting 8 arguments, but got 7. Where did I have it here? Additional mod number. All mods was at the end. And it's going to be now string. All mod strings like that. Okay. Back over here. Insert card mod stir. Lowercase. We're going to check to see if mod is not equal to 0, then we're going to say, well, actually, I just do if it's greater than 0 and a less than, because we have different things we're adding. If it's greater than 0, we're going to say monsters dot push. No, not push. This we want to insert it. Where's my insert? I don't remember how to do it.
That's is it like the splice or?
I was thinking it might be, yeah, but that's kind of what I'm. TypeScript insert.
Because that says things to insert and at the same time remove.
Yeah, it's splice.
Because it's a fun exercise that those who wrote JavaScript thought should always be considered no matter what you're doing.
All right, so splice, index 0. Yeah. Let me do this. Because that guy doesn't have enough up answers, up votes there. Okay, so we're going to say splice. Index is going to be 0, 0, and the item is going to be string. And the string is going to have the, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Get back. The string is going to have mod and the number and a plus right in front of it.
So Mark, did I miss a step, or where are we going to get the numeric value for mod given that we started with a bunch of strings?
This numeric value is passed in right here, and that is from the individual totals for the Blessed Bane mods, the skill saving modifier. This is a number, and that's a number. So
but is that going to work for the card mod strings?
The card mod
or
strings
do we not care so much about that?
The card mod strings have already been added up and are listed here. They're already,
right, so
we already got those as
strings. That's why you're doing your insert, because they're going to be the last items in.
Exactly,
okay.
Exactly. So we're going to do this.
They don't have to go through this procedure. Fantastic.
Yes, exactly. And then this one's going to be if it's less than 0, like that, then we're just going to add it as itself. And then if it's neither, it's 0, we don't do anything. So there's no mod
Not
there.
inserting at all. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now we're coming
Nice.
in here, card mod stirs. Now we're going to do this, I think. Where's the number? Where's the number? Show roll modifier. It's not good. It's not good. Here's the modifier and the, okay, so we need to pass it in here. That's what we need to do. So we've got TypeScript coming in here. We're going to need to throw one more piece in here. That's our all stir mods right there coming in. So that's going to, we'll keep going down. We're getting there. Okay. Show roll modifier. Pop that in there. Set it equal to null by default. Okay. This roll modifier coming in, I think, is the total. I now don't care about this anymore. This is kind of dangerous, I think. We're gonna have to rethink this logic here.
Okay.
I think what I want to do is I want to change this. Instead, I want to say, hey, look, the roll mod string is equal to an empty string, like that. Then we're going to do this. But we're going to now say, hey, if roll modifier is not equal to 0, then we're going to say roll mod stir is equal to that. Modifier is greater than 0. I see. I feel like I need a function to get the value. I've been doing this thing.
You've been doing this thing where you take an integer value and you decide if it's positive or not and stick a prefix on
Right.
as relevant.
Like there.
So it's like
There.
D&D util of get D&D representation of number,
Yeah.
which should do positive with a plus, negative potentially with a negative, and 0 doesn't have anything, just doesn't render.
Yeah. I'm like, let's do this. Let's create a method called it's a little weird, I think, is equal to this dot mod add mod, and we're going to pass in roll modifier. Let's do that. Maybe not too weird. So we're going to say this, and I'm going to pass this in here. So I'm going to do that. So what add mod is going to do is it's going to basically say, hey, look, if
So for the incoming number, it's going to calculate the appropriate string to use to represent it and add it to an incoming string.
yes. So it's going to say something like this. So we're going to say if roll mod stir is, if there's something here. Do I by chance have anything similar to, I don't have anything on that, okay. What about with an uppercase string? Anything here? There is null or empty or anything like that. All right, so I guess I'm going to do if roll mod stir, and I just don't know what truthfulness is on a string. Does this mean, if I say if roll mod stir, does that mean it's not empty?
Pass.
All right, I love that. I'm going to start using that. And roll mod and length is greater than 0. So we're going to do this. So if roll mod stir and roll length, or let's do this. If not roll mod stir, Then we're going to say roll monster is equal to that. Then we're going to say if the length is greater than 0, then we're going to say roll monster 0 plus equals. It's going to add a space between the mods. Okay. Then we're going to say, hey, look, whoops, not down there.
Not quite.
If modifier is greater than 0, then we're going to do roll monster plus equals modifier. And then we're going to do else if modifier is less than 0. Oh, no, we're not going to do this. We're going to do this instead. Prefix is equal to nothing. But down over here, we're going to say prefix is equal to this. And then here, we're going to say prefix.
Good.
And down here, we're going to similarly say prefix. Okay?
Yep.
Sorry, we're going to say prefix. This is prefix let. And then we're just going to say that's equal to this. Okay? That's what you're telling me. Okay, so now if we've already got something, then we're going to insert a space there. We're going to add these pieces only if they're non-zero, and then at the very end of the whole deal, we're going to return roll monster. Okay?
Yes.
Now, which I know it's a little unusual, instead of passing it in as a reference on that.
Technically, do you not also want as just a very minor thing inside that once more? If you have a quick look, you only want to set prefix to space if length of string greater than 0 and also modifier not equal to 0.
Not really, because it's only, I mean, yes, I could do that, but it's only going to be referenced if modifier is not equal to 0.
Oh, that's true.
So
okay.
I don't need to do that. Okay, but thanks for that check there. All right.
Overly ambitious optimization.
Yeah, so now I've got roll monster is equal to add mod. This dot add mod roll monster. Oh, I see what I've done here. Okay, got it. So I've got roll mod add monster there. Then I'm going to say add mod. This all goes away. That's been replaced by the first call to add mod. Roll luck monster.
This is the luck bend value.
I'm adding.
So this is just another call to add mod that passes in luck bend as its second parameter instead, is that not?
That's what I think it is. I'm just kind of looking carefully at this, but I think that's exactly it.
The only distinction is you've got a comma in a string there for part of it, but I don't think that's it's more of a stylized thing that you're not so worried about now.
Yeah, I think that's it. I agree with that. So now we've got roll monster is now there, and we don't need this over here anymore. Good. Next, finally. Now we're on to these guys.
As you drill ever deeper, I say deeper, as you continue to push
Rory,
this change
I don't want to
through
hear.
the code, making it
I don't.
easier.
I don't want to hear anything you have to say. Just leave, Rory. Just go. I don't want to. I don't care if you can stay for another hour. That's it.
He's awesome!
No, Mr. Announcer Bot, he's not awesome. He's leaving me right now in my worst moment.
Awesome contribution!
No, Mr. Announcer Bot.
Great suggestion.
All right, thanks, Roy. You've been the best. You've helped
Did
me
I
out
hear you
big
say
time.
that tomorrow's session is possibly so short I might not be here in
Yeah,
time?
I don't think you're not going to make it. I got to get. Yeah, you
Okay.
can hear me say that. So we'll see you on Thursday, my friend.
Fair enough, my friend.
All right.
Good luck with the rest of this exercise, and I'll catch you on Thursday.
All right, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, Pudding, I didn't see you in the chat room there. It's self-proclaimed Queen of Dragons. 615 hit points, 25 AC, 5 legendary actions. Can't be affected by spells under level 6. Cool. All right. we're finally ending up with this all mod stirs right here, which is an array of strings. So I think I just want to for each on that mod stir like that, and I want to come in here, and it's a little bit similar to add mod. And whoops, and we're going to put in prefix, and then we're going to put in the monster like that, and I think that's got a shot at it working. Let's refresh and give it a shot, see what happens. All right, we're still in Bless and Bean going on here, I think. So, should be able to bring in, go and Fred, do a saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Why did I not even get? Did I not hit Fred's button? Maybe that's what I missed a bit.
Saving throw. 9 plus 9. Success.
Looks like I had an extra one in there.
Strength saving throw.
I also don't have equals at the end.
7 plus 9. Success.
Yeah, that first number is like a 13. It's absolutely wrong. Okay, I think I need a screenshot is what I'm going to need to do to make this work here. So we can figure out the total of this too, as well. Total mod like this, and then we're going to say total mod plus equals little modifier plus luck bend we say total mod plus equals plus modster. That should get me the conversion to an integer there. And then at the very end of this whole thing, if roll mod stir dot index of spaces, if there's any spaces in there, then we know we've got some sort of addition or subtraction or something going on. So if that index of that is greater than or equal to 0, then we're going to say total mod plus equals plus sorry, I meant roll mod stir plus equals this plus total mod. Let's do this. Do I need a plus in here? Yeah, I think I do. I think I need the prefix thing in here again. Okay. Let's try that. Let's refresh that. No beans.
4 minus 1 failure.
So we're getting an extra, something extra is coming in here that we're not expecting to get here. I think that the roll monster is the sum of everything. Is what I think. I think I'm gonna get rid of that line of code right there. Oh no! Not breaking anything, Straight Rat. How dare you? How dare you? Let's get rid of our good friend drone squad there. Let's see if this works. My hunch is that that's one of my problem issues right there. Let's do a refresh here. Refresh. Fred. Saving throw. Not skill test. Saving throw. Strength. Go. It's +9 on this.
Saving throw.
I'm trying to get the text across the top to be
5 plus 9. Success.
+3, +9. Oh, yeah. There's like some extra stuff coming in here. And I needed to clear that one too as well. Let's refresh one more time. Let me get a refresh button over on my copy. No, I don't want to go here. I want to go to here. So we can hit that quickly there. All right, Fred, saving throw, strength, go.
Saving throw.
We're gonna get a screenshot here.
15 plus 9. Success.
All right, let's look at that screenshot. Like I still have an extra roll in here is what it looks like to me. Let me look at the dice here. So I've only 2 to 13. And the plus line. So the 2 is being added twice from the die roll. The D4 is showing up twice. It should really say 9 plus 2 is equal to 11, plus 13, plus 11. That's what it should say. And 13 plus 11 is 24, which is what we're looking for. So something's coming in twice here, 1 and 2. So we need to figure that out. Why am I getting an extra piece in there? I already said I'm ignoring my roll modifier, which is here, this first parameter not being used anymore, which I assume that was it. Oh, do I also have, is there a saving throw modifier being passed in? Nope, not there. That's the only place, right? Oh, mod strings. Oh, I know where it's coming from. Yeah, roll modifier, I'm going to kill this. We're not going to throw this in here anymore. And I think I'm just going to flat out call this here like this. Because I'm pretty sure all of these have been added into all mod strs before. Additional mod value. do modify. We throw it down to +0 there. Roll mod, passed in. Skill saving modifier, also passed in, right? And I bet you these are also already added. There they are. They're added there, and there. So they're already added. So I don't need my saving throw. Let's see. This is called from only one place? Good. Only one place. All right, so we're going to take out our skill saving modifier. Take out our luck value, right? Oh no, our luck value is not being added there. I'm almost thinking we add that as well. Take out luck value. Take out additional mod value. Take out roll mod. All right. Let's jump in here. So we should say nat20 single player ID for text messages. Luck value. What's going on with luck value? Get single player ID. There. Okay. So one more time. nat20 single player ID. No luck value needed anymore. Player ID for text messages. And skill saving throw modifier not needed. And all monsters. Does that fix the call? That seems to fix the call. Okay. Now, right here we've got this kind of nat20 scenario. And I need to solve this in some way. I think what I want to do is it's nat20. Like this is equal to that. I think I have to say has and get. Then I'm going to set this equal to true. All right, working my way through it. All right, there's my nat20 call. The roll modifier I'm not using. Luck value I shouldn't be using. Roll modifier, luck bend, player ID. I just need player ID. Show roll modifier. And call from one place. Get rid of that. Go straight to player ID. Come back over here. Show roll modifier, player ID, dice group, mod strings. Cool. I want to add one more, which is going to be my nat20. Now let's come over here. Nat20. Seven. Well, yeah, let's make it Okay. Nat 20 there. All right. Not going to do that either. Not going to do that. All right, if nat 20, if not nat 20 or modster plus modster is greater than 0. So the logic goes like this. Look, if it's not a nat 20, then we can add whatever the mod is to the total. If it is a nat 20, we can only add it if the mod is a positive number. That's kind of what's going on there. That also impacts all of this. Excuse me. Like that. And then we come down here and we do the rest of this. I think that's got a chance of working, at least looking a little bit better, the visual part of this at least. Audio we still need to adjust to work with. Intelligence, saving throw.
9 minus 1 failure.
All right, so let's take a look at what we got here. Look at the screenshot. So I'm seeing the die. So we rolled a 5. We should have added only 3 to it. So I got 2 plus 4s are showing up here. 2 plus 4s. So those die mods are showing up twice. Let's go figure that out. That's coming in. Card monsters. Somewhere in here we're adding some number twice is what it looks like to me. The order in which we're adding these. So we do the card mods, we get those. Then we add the Bless Bane mods. Which is going to be the +4. Okay. So that's this one right here. That's the Bless Bane. Then we add the skill saving modifier. That's our -1. So that's right there. It's this one. Then one of these, what's my additional mod value? Is that my problem? That's it. That's my problem. Don't want that. All right, let's refresh that and see if that looks better.
Saving throw. 8 plus 9. Success.
Okay, wanted to clear that background before I took a screenshot so I didn't have this in the background of it. What do we got? 17. Oh, I didn't get the, I didn't get the numbers across the top. Let's try one more time on that.
Saving throw. 21 plus 9. Success.
Okay, so we got. So we got 19. And we got a +2 plus there's already +9. So there's a plus 11. So that is looking better. That is looking great. Plus 9 plus 2 is equal to plus 11. So now I want this to say 19 plus 11. That's what I want it to say at this point in time. And we're hearing it say something different. We're hearing it. Let's go back over to here. Let's go get checkbox here. We've accomplished this one right here. This visual is done. We still need to get the audio part working. So the audio is the next piece right there where we need to figure that part out. Let's see if we can work our way over to that. Report roll results, report die and total mods, report type totals. Announce roll commentary. Play announcer. Commentary. I think this is the problem here. Total damage plus modifier. So the D20 roll total is in here. Yeah, I think I'm going to save this for later is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get some lunch and get on with my day. I'm going to say thanks to everybody for hanging out with us here today. And I'll finish this up. Yeah, I'm just like, I feel like I can do it, but I'm like, I think it's time for a break, so I'm going to break away from it. Bald Bearded Builder is out there starting soon. I'm going to send you guys over to Oh Bother, though, because Oh Bother's streaming right now. Looks like he's doing some fun stuff. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with us. And we'll see you tomorrow for a short stream tomorrow. And then back on Friday.